Here it is, March 17, 2018, and I'm doing a little feeding video of my box turtles. They were born September of 2017, and they're growing quite quickly. They're eating a night crawler that I've cut up into thirds, some small goldfish, feeder goldfish that I raised last year that were in excess of the number of goldfish I needed, and I had them frozen. And I've also put some mealworms in here and some grapes. Just give them a variety of different foods to eat on. And they're just doing their thing right now. Baby box turtles like a variety of food. They like, when they're very small, they like to have food that moves. That one there right in the viewfinder in the middle of the screen is eating a mealworm right now. I have a mealworm colony that I started about 3 months before they hatched in September. I was afraid that I was incubating 66 box turtle eggs, and sort of luckily I only had 15 hatch, and since then I've had 2 of them were blind, and they passed away probably about a month or so after they were hatched. And then just last week, the smallest of these box turtles here that hadn't been eating very well, that was about 1/4 the size they are, passed away. He had been eating, but just simply did not thrive and passed away. They love to eat the food that's in the other turtles' mouths. They have very sharp little beaks, and their toenails are very sharp, and they can get their toenails into the food, and as they bite it, they can tear it. And when they're fighting over a piece of food like this, it sort of allows them, I guess, better opportunity to tear the food apart. It's the only logical explanation I have for why food seems to be so delicious as long as it's in another turtle's mouth. Each night I take the turtles out of their enclosure and I wash it out with Clorox, rinse it out real good, and then I let them soak in some 80-degree water, sort of like a bath, and it just gets them all prepped to chow down on the food that I put into their enclosure, and they immediately start eating just as soon as I put them in. So now I only have 12 little box turtles here. They'll go out in my enclosure in another 2 months probably. Probably late May. See if I can get a little bit more growth onto them, feeding them and keeping them warm inside the house like I do. It's a faster, much faster growth when they are kept at a warmer temperature. It increases their metabolism and they grow faster. Their shell development looks really excellent to me. No unusual scoots or anything like that. Their beak formation looks good. I allow them to eat oyster shell, crushed oyster shell, with their food. I almost always sprinkle some oyster shell, crushed oyster shell on top of their food before they start eating it, and they just get the opportunity to bite on it and chew it, and it keeps their beaks very well trimmed and prevents that very strange growth where their beaks get long and hawk-like instead of a normal beak shape that box turtles are supposed to have. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little short video. I'll get it uploaded tonight and put it on to YouTube tomorrow morning.